Welcome to IGH Going Rogue. Today's Wednesday, February 5th. And holy shit, everybody woke up or went to sleep late last night finding out about the biggest fraud in history. Man, I wish I knew USAID was giving out money to media companies. I would have fucking hit them up a long fucking time ago. Jeez. Anyways, as you guys know, we're going rogue, truth bombs, F-bombs, so let's fucking go. And what better than to go rogue with the rogue agent himself, Ron Aledo. Hey, Ron, welcome to Going Rogue, man. I appreciate you coming on the show. Former Intel analyst, DIA, CIA, Army, DHS, you name it. He's done it all. And I'm going to shut up and just let you give us a dissertation, as you normally do. Educate us on this fucking bullshit, this fraud with USAID, because everybody knows what it is. Well, not everybody, but we know it's a front. Let's go.
Yes, thank you for having me. This is what happened. USAID, USAID, how you pronounce it, basically it has two missions. It has two mission statements, let's call it that way. The first mission, it has the public mission is to support humanitarian and economic development in let's call it third world countries or countries in development, etc. I mean, they are all around Asia, all around many countries in Africa, all around Latin America, and they were supposedly done to promote the economies and the development in these countries in order to prevent communist revolutions back in the 50s and 60s, 70s. Like you don't need to engage into a communist revolution, into a Marxist movement. We're going to help you. The United States is going to help you. So it's a soft power, let's call it that way, and to help in that sense. The thing is that it was a known secret. I mean, everybody knew, the press knew, the reporters knew, everybody, the investigators knew that the USAID basically was also a CIA front. Everybody knew that was an auxiliary to the CIA. It has a second mission that was just engaging on the programs that were directed by the CIA. And basically what is happening during the last days is that with the Trump administration closing, or I mean, not really closing, but de facto closing the operations, at least the main operations of USAID, it had been made public a lot of the missions and a lot of the issues that these agencies have done for the last decades. I mean, everybody now can see what they have been doing for the last 10, 20, 30 years. And you can see obviously that the secret, that the known secret that was on the streets, the rumor that it was a front of the CIA is accurate. And that includes missions such as mostly organizing opposition parties and opposition movements to topple governments that the United States did not like. And that was okay perhaps during the Cold War, when we were fighting the Soviet Union, the communists, all these left-wing and communist countries like Chile and Allende, Allende and Chile, I'm sorry, and many other countries where the communists have a very strong influence. But ever since the Cold War stopped and ended and we won, USAID continued with this mission, basically with any country and all kind of countries that the US administration did not like. Especially we can see administration that Obama did not like, and governments that Biden did not like. They were heavily engaged in promoting the color revolutions, soft coup, what we call soft coup.
What is that? What does that mean? What does a soft coup mean?
Soft coup, contrary to the military classic coup where the army one day says, stop, we're not going to obey you, Mr. President, you are out of power, we're taking over. Yep. That's a classic coup. Yep. They use force to eliminate the presidential power and the Congress power, and the military take over, period.
Yep.
With the weapons. A soft coup is a technique that intelligence agencies have been using, I mean, but the United States obviously is the number one using that kind of technique. A soft coup is basically organizing the opposition, organizing the parties, the minorities, all the media, all the education institutes, the universities, the students, the workers, whatever minority there are, religious or ethnic minority in the country, in any given country, and finance them, prepare them, coordinate them, and launch them into the streets to do general strikes, to do mobs, violent mobs that for weeks or for months paralyze the economy, and go into, well, insurrectionists, real insurrectionists, not fake insurrectionists, but real insurrectionists. That's basically what a soft coup is.
Almost like what happened here in 2020, right?
Well, yeah, but for real, but the real ones.
Yeah.
And these people are supported, these people are financed, supported, coordinated by a foreign intelligence service.
Yeah.
If the country A wants to topple government in country B, whatever it is, then the intelligence services of the country A will finance, coordinate, organize all the opposition in country B. So they do for weeks or months violent protests on the street, general strike, fight the police, fight the army, supposedly protesting. Then other country A and other countries friendly of country A will determine that the police of country B are violent, they are human rights abusers, that the president of country B is not legitimate because whatever, 20 people to the hospital, they sanction them, and they put a lot of pressure until the president and the government of country B resigns. And then country A can come and they can put in charge a puppet. A puppet of the country A becomes the new president of country B. That is a soft coup. That is the color revolution or soft coup strategy that the CIA have been using for many years.
For decades, right?
Yes, for many decades. Yes, we have been using, and USAID was an integral part of that strategy. Just for an example, they were in Kiev, they were in Ukraine in 2014 with Soros, of course, and the National Endowment for Democracy. They are covers too, and they were mobilizing, giving money, coordinating the mobs and the street protests. Just recently, I think 6-7 months ago perhaps, or maybe a little bit more, Viktor Orban won the elections in Hungary.
Yep.
And Viktor Orban is a paleo-conservative, very close to the Tucker Carlson line of thinking, Pat Buchanan, very conservative kind of president. And obviously he was number one enemy of Soros, and also the enemy of Biden. Biden
Right.
insulted him many times.
Biden hated him. Yeah.
Hated him, sanctioned him, etc. So he won the elections, and immediately, weeks after he won the elections, the director of USAID flew to Budapest, to Hungary, to organize what they call democratic education programs, basically propaganda programs to topple the government of Viktor Orban.
Amazing. So the CIA uses USAID or USAID as a tool, as part of their arsenal.
For many years. That was, again, it has two missions, two purposes. One was this, that's going to help the poor countries with development.
But then
projects.
a lot of it is agenda driven,
And
we've
the
seen
second
that.
was
Right?
just a power tool for
And we saw
regime
that.
change and soft coup. Yes.
We've seen everything that's been breaking the last few hours and early morning today with the USAID and Elon Musk getting in there. And we saw that Politico was financed by USAID. They received $8.2 million, at least, right? And you got to wonder, I didn't know USAID gave money internally. I thought it was externally only.
Well, I'm not sure how much action or how much activity they have inside the United States, but obviously they were a powerful instrument for propaganda and political activism outside the United States. It's reported that most of the media that many countries, most of the state media and also the private media, receive millions and millions of dollars of USAID with the purpose for for the purpose of being to say what Biden wanted to say.
Yeah.
The Biden viewpoint, or the Obama viewpoint, or the Bush viewpoint back 20 years ago. So basically, they were an influence, soft power and influence operations. This is something that the Cubans do too as well. They are very, very good in Latin America. The Cuban intelligence services, they have their own services, Prensa Latina, Gramna. But the United States not only have Radio Marti and TV, the Voice of America, that are official,
right.
that are official government entities, but they use USAID to pay, manipulate, and coordinate foreign press,
right,
from other countries. So they say what we want they to say. So they pay millions and millions of dollars and dozens of millions of dollars to foreign media. Yes, that was part of the mission.
There we go. I'm sorry. There we go. I had unplugged myself by accident. Did you send me that, Mr. Producer?
Yes, I did.
All right, here we go. Where is it? It's in here now? Did you just send it?
I sent it in an hour ago. Well, 30 minutes ago.
30 minutes ago. Can you resend it right now? I'm trying to pull up a list here, Ron, so you can see. Yes, I saw the test. Just send me the list.
All right, it should be in that Charlie Kirk tweet.
Just resend it. I can't get a good producer here, Ron. What can we do? So I'm trying to pull up this list. Oh, it's a video. Yeah, I can't do a video. I just need the list.
The list should be there in that tweet. It's not just a video.
Hold on. Here we go. Here we go. So look at this. $2 million for sex change in Guatemala. $6 million to fund tourism in Egypt. $20 million on Sesame Street in Iraq. $4.5 million to combat disinformation in Kazakhstan. You know, and the list goes on, like, you know, some trans concert in Colombia. They created a comic book in a superhero, a trans superhero and comic book in Peru to distribute among children in Peru.
Well,
dude, what the fuck is going on at USAID, bro?
Yeah, this comes actually from the Obama times, from the second Obama administration, the second period,
or the third Obama administration. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Right.
And obviously have a pause with Trump, but it continued with Biden.
Yeah.
Well, this is the first mission that the USA had, and it was 20, 30, 40 years ago was kind of a legitimate mission. I mean, let's gonna do agriculture programs, let's gonna do electricity, let's gonna build roads, let's gonna build infrastructure, build a bridge, build a road, give electricity to people. I work with them. I work with USAID back in Afghanistan when we were trying to push infrastructure projects, and those were legitimate projects. What happened is that once the woke ideology came into the administrations, and I'm talking Obama Part 2 and Obama Part 3, that was Biden, and this woke ideology came, they embraced the mission not only of promoting a legitimate infrastructure and economical projects, but they also wanted to push woke ideology. They thought that was part of their mission statement. They took it as themselves. I mean, so we have seen this you compare movies of Hollywood today with movies of 20, 15 years ago, and you can see that the message, the ideology, the narrative are completely different. So because they're pushing the woke ideology. So the same thing happened with USAID. back in the last 10 years, ever since 2013, 2014, 10, 12 years, they have been pushing also this woke ideology in their legitimate mission of doing progress. But instead of pushing for economical development programs and water and electricity, they are pushing all this BS, and they're trying to brainwash all these people in all these countries with our own woke thing. They're trying to spread it. They thought that was part of their mission.
That's amazing, man. It's incredible. And you saw the news break because it said, Politico fails to make payroll, and then all of a sudden, this thing pops because Elon Musk and his team, got into there and got into the records, and you saw how they tried to block them, and Rubio had to fire these people, and they shut it down, and now there's all kinds of things that are coming out everywhere. I saw something a minute ago. It's amazing, Ron. It's amazing. How much more stuff are we going to find out about? I think every day, every minute that things get exposed. I think this whole thing about people that were tagged as conspiracists, right? Oh, he's running in conspiracy theories, or she runs in conspiracy theories. All that's being proven to be true now.
Well, a lot of it is open now. And again, we will not be able to see it everything because right now we can see only what is in the open sources.
Yeah.
What we call remember, many agencies, government agencies, they have a green computer that is the open source, the unclassified system. Then they have a red computer that is the secret system, what we call SIPRNet, that is an intranet of secret information. And then we have the yellow computers that are the top secret, what we call JWICs. Back many times, all my career in Washington, D.C., I have the 3 computers in my desk, and I can change from one to another, classified, secret, or top secret. And right now, what Elon Musk is looking at is only at the green one. It's only at the unclassified.
Unclassified, right.
The unclassified things, and this is where he can push those things. But I'm sure that hopefully, once they get into the red computer at least, and sometimes they might even get to the yellow computer, to the top secret computer, and they can pull some of those files, and then the government can declassify them. They need President Trump or somebody to declassify them so they can make them public. Then is when we are really going to see the real truth of what USAID.
And that's going to take a little bit of time, though.
That's going to take time.
And I'm pretty sure the left is going to.
I hope they do it.
And the left is going to fight that in court without a doubt. I can't imagine them rolling over.
They cannot fight it. They cannot fight it because it's the president's authority to declassify whatever he wants.
That's true. He's got absolute power to do that.
Declassify whatever he wants.
Yep.
It's going to take time to look into those computers. I don't know if the people of Elon Musk have that clearance right now, but they will have to find people who have clearance to access them, and then to separate and to do an investigation.
We need to get Ron Aledo in there immediately. Paging Elon Musk. Paging Elon Musk. That's right, brother. We got to get you in there. We got to get. By the way, I heard some rumors about you possibly joining the administration. I don't know how true that is, but
we're still in negotiations. Let's put it like that.
What's that?
We're still in negotiations.
There we go. Well, let us know when that happens, or I guess we'll read about it. We'll read about it in one of the president's tweets or something. Hey, Ron, I know you got to go, man, and it's been short. We usually like to have you for a good hour because you're an encyclopedia. When can you come back?
I can come back next week. Let's go and schedule something for next week.
Let's do that. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot more to talk about. Thank you again, brother. Appreciate the explanation of what USAID. It's a CIA outfit. In other words, guys, you heard it directly from the source. It is disgraceful.
I think it's important the fact that Elon Musk is now pushing for the open, so the whole American people can see what USAID really have been doing for the last decade. It's very important for 2 reasons. It's not only that the Trump administration and Elon Musk are fighting waste and are fighting the waste of money, the spending all this money in these nonsensical BS projects comics in Peru and a trans show in Colombia or whatever. It's not only that. Yeah, of course, that's important. We are fighting waste and abuse and all these millions of dollars that are going into nothing. But it's also very important because it shows for real that the Trump administration is moving to a paleo-conservative stance in foreign affairs, in which Trump do not want to use these tactics that have been used so much for the Biden administration and for the Obama administration in the last 15 years. He do not want to use, it's a toy that he could well use to do a foreign revolution somewhere and change of government over there and whatever. But he's proving to the American people, I don't want to use it. I don't think it's fair play to do those sneaky democratic education programs that are basically propaganda and BS. I'm going forward. I'm going to negotiate with those governments in the open what I want to negotiate, because I'm a negotiator. I'm not going to do sneaky stuff like that, like using this pervert tool to advance my policy. So I think it's important in that sense too. Not only because of the waste is over, but also because this dirty weapon or dirty tool is also not going to be used by President Trump.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with you, man. I agree with you. It's fascinating. It's eye opening. It's really what it is. Ron, thank you again, brother. I appreciate you. We'll see you next week.
I love your studio over there.
Oh man, you got to come. We got to go shooting. By the way,
Yeah,
we've
course,
been talking about shooting. I got like 47 weapons, and
Wow.
and we love shooting them. By I don't know, 20,000 rounds or something, and I love shooting at least 1,000 rounds when I go out. It's
Beautiful studio, man. Beautiful studio. Congratulations.
well, it's the only
Very
flag.
patriotic.
I got to tell you, the only flag I'm missing is the Vatican. I'm missing the Vatican flag. I used to have that in my DC studio. I had the U.S. and the Vatican flag. But since I came to the home of the free, land of the brave, or inverse, right? I had to put the Florida flag up there, and here we are. But I'm going to have to fix the studio and make sure I get the Vatican flag in there as well.
Nice. Beautiful.
Yep, absolutely. Ron, appreciate it. Take care, buddy.
Thank you. We'll see you.
Absolutely.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys, it was a short show. I hope you, the importance of bringing Ron in and just having a really short period of time was because of all this USAID stuff that's been breaking. People are like, what does that mean? Doesn't it belong to State Department? And yes, but it's really a CIA outfit. That's really what it is. I mean, he just gave us some clear examples of how the agency uses USAID to do soft coups and influence, and you're seeing the long laundry list of money that USAID is pushing into countries to drive their woke agenda, their transgender agenda, their identity politics. I mean, it is disgusting. It's sickening. We saw this morning when it broke, right? It was like, hey, Politico didn't make payroll. What's going on over there? Holy shit. That's because they cut off the freaking wire from USAID to Politico. And I wonder how many other people are going to be in the same jam. And hey, if I would have known USAID was giving $8 million a tranche, I would have hit them up a long time ago. Unfortunately, I didn't know about that racket. When you try and do things right, I guess you get the short end of the stick sometimes. But, it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. The truth always comes out. That's why I've always said the truth always comes out sooner or later. And at some point, everybody always gets their opportunity to talk the truth. So if you guys like what we're doing over here, make sure you share these clips, tell your friends, send them to Rumble, tell them to subscribe. We're trying to build that Rumble base. We're doing great on the podcast platforms. We're on Spotify, we're on Apple, we're on Amazon Music, on Audible, we're on Screecher. I don't know, everybody. We're iHeartMedia. Download the app, we're there. I mean, we are absolutely everywhere. You can be in a cave, and if you have internet access, you can get our show and our content. You don't want to miss it. We're going to start hitting, the deep state again, like we were doing before we took the pause, over vacation, over Thanksgiving and Christmas, and the inaugural, by the way. So, we're freshly back, and we're going to go after this deep state. We're going to be talking about it. We're going to be bringing in experts like Ron and others, people, former Pentagon officials and generals and colonels. We're going to be talking about things like the Office of Net Assessment. You should Google that and find out why that office is important. Chuck Grassley talked about it during the Russian hoax investigations, how Peter Strzok was coordinating with the Office of Net Assessment. So we're going to break that story when it's ready, but start doing a little research, start finding out this whole deep state shit is coming to an end very, very soon. Thank you, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care, guys.